Pretty consistent barrage coming down on the boys for upset. Oh, they're talking, they're planning. They're pressing their down line. Getting ready to start shooting.
Earbuds coming, but
Ladies and gentlemen, right. The shit is beginning, folks.
I don't know what kind of gun that is, but it doesn't look friendly.
Here. You can see here over on the right, a lot of folks taking the hell out of that thing. People really hate that thing. Yeah.
Do you see how just a few 20, 30 amount of people working for the oligarchs is all it takes to keep thousands of people from, self-rule essentially?
It does feel as if things are about to pop off.
Down for a second? Huh? Yeah? Hey guys, I'm not saying much because I'm wearing my gas mask right now, so it's just for lack of ability to talk.
Alright, here come the grenade launcher, boys. They are about to shoot some grenades at us. Yep. Grenade. We got our first. And the smoke is coming out. People are trying to blow it back. And the grenade.
oh, it's okay, faggot. It's okay, faggot. Stay there, calling you a faggot.
On your right. Oh, yeah? Tremendous amount of gas. Tremendous amount of gas for a minute there. Leaf blowers dissipating it all right on the left, but the Fed leaf blower is pushing a lot back out. The center, though, got very heavily gassed. So again, the phalanx was really long, and the length of the phalanx didn't quite have the leaf blower coverage, the density of leaf blower coverage that's really necessary to hold up against the Fed gas barrage. So the lesson for people, when you've got a leaf blower man every 5 to 10 feet, long, and again probably every 10 feet deep, it seems to do a pretty good job of holding up to even a heavy barrage. But when you've got, less than that, significantly less than that in this case, it's just too much. God damn. And And yeah, we've got a sizable leaf blower crew moving up to the front here. People rushing up to top, back, and extinguish the federal unit. Oh yeah, we got a little leaf blower duel here. We got a real good leaf blower duel. That's about to fire his shotgun right through the fence with the leaf blower crew as they very successfully start to dissipate the gas. Just a tremendous amount of gas here. Extremely spicy. Gas. Gas and flash. Leaf blower dead, moving through, keeping the air clear very effectively still. Now this white stuff on the ground is residue from what is essentially like a dry pepper bomb. And it thoroughly sucks. You can see here, man with an umbrella moving up to shield him in with a leaf blower, protecting him from federal impact rounds and airsats phalanx moves around him to hold back the federal gas. The lights of the courthouse turn on and off, which is always unsettling. Oh my gosh, we have a whole phalanx moving into position here. Grenades, lots of grenades right in the middle of the phalanx. People pulling back, trying to blow it clear. Phalanx was scattered a bit, but the bulk of folks still okay, still reforming, pushing the gas back at the fence, trying to clear it with Home Depot buckets, pouring water in. We have a serious ass leaf blower here right at the front. And again, more federal munitions directly into the crowd. Grenades right into the phalanx, just tossing them like fucking candy. Tossing them like they are an irreducible resource. Right into people. The grenades that use as direct fire weapons essentially at the crowd. Oh yeah. Very effective, very fast crowd reaction here. That guy tossed that one back.
That was a good throw.
Right the fuck away. Really impressive here.
This is impressive.
Crowd response has done an extremely impressive job.
Told you.
Of keeping the gas mostly held back. And again, you'll see people not really fleeing the fence, but instead moving up to it. Pushing back at the fence, pushing back at the gas wall.
Steel sharpens steel.
Gas back inside the courtyard. Massive billowing clouds of tear gas being blown back. With all of the force that people can muster.
If your crowd riot ammunition doesn't work, then is it really doing its job? All that money to those defense contractors that sell this shit for munitions that don't do shit anymore. Seems like they still get paid to do a job that doesn't work. Oh wow, it seems like capitalism fails.
Area, it looks like. So they've cut a hole in the line right here in the middle, about 30 feet, 20 feet or so. The folks are already dressing up and covering and moving back into the position, working to reform the phalanx as effectively as possible. And again, the feds just not having much luck pushing this crowd away from the fence line, not for any real appreciable period of time. You know, their grenade assaults used to do a lot better of a job of clearing folks out. But it's just not happening anymore. Wow. Folks just shooting back, throwing fireworks back at the fence. Federal flashbang blasting back in the crowd. Shattering around people. Smoke for fucking days, smoking gas. The courtyard completely covered in gas. Again, feds drifting gas back behind in the flank, gas and pepper to try to clear this crowd out. But the crowd just refuses to run. It does, however, pull back somewhat when the cloud of gas reaches what I would describe as a fucking apocalyptic proportion. But even so, you can see the folks with gas masks are still in the middle trying to pull back. You can see this fellow with his leaf blower. People covering up, tossing the gas back into the courtyard. It's cleared again by the feds. Federal agent really putting his shotgun directly at people. Folks keeping a wider formation here. And we just gotta have the feds blowing gas into people, and then the crowd blowing the gas back. But while the gas is occasionally a little overwhelming, it never clears everyone out, and the crowd reforms quickly. And so the overall siege of the gates, so to speak, remains unbroken. Portland has gotten very resilient and very effective at dealing with these tactics. And you can see a pretty sizable crowd around here, although it has certainly thinned out from earlier tonight. But people just don't act scared anymore. I can remember the nights when the first tear gas barrage would scatter the crowd more or less for good. We are well past those days now in Portland. And already the crowd has completely made it back to the fence line, reformed, all that federal gas failed to actually halt anything.
Smoke. You see leaf blowers. You got body shields. You got umbrellas. I guess it's the making of the perfect Portland storm right now.
It's down pretty low. Well, they dropped gas on themselves, it looks like. We got a leaf blower fight here. We got a Fed with dual leaf blowers.
Just like that, could be some good.
Fucking GoldenEye here, and a protester with a serious ass leaf blower.
What the fuck?
Huh? Oh, it's good, man. It's good. How are you doing? I'll tell you what, man. I'm surprisingly proud of the mom. Monday night was something else. Yeah. 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 You know, about 2 months ago, you said what your goal was here. Yeah. I'm here. I was just having a conversation with Umbrella Man. Those of you who have been with me from the beginning may remember Umbrella Man from the beginning of the protest, the very first Monday. Oh, all right, this is as good as we're going to get. Yeah, I keep running into Umbrella Man. Last time I saw Umbrella Man was on the very first protest at the Portland Police Union building. That was the most recent time, but some of the first time, the first Monday this all started, I caught him again at the Chaz. And the very first time we saw him, oh wow, there. We have a crowd here pushing into the fence. And Feds just firing impact munitions right at this group of shields at the block. It's extremely dynamic up here. And just a very durable crowd here who came prepared to tango.
Who's that fucking guy wearing the dress shirt of the protesters?
Where?
Jackie?
Oh boy, we got a grenade rush coming here, folks. Got a real solid grenade rush. Fucking grenades, you know.
Can't get universal health care, but we can get infinite fucking ammunition to gas and it's smoke and Jesus Christ. I mean, literally, this is the Antichrist. I mean, America literally became the Antichrist country. We don't feed our poor, hungry, and homeless. We fucking shun them and attack them with chemical. Jesus, hell.
And the feds have again horribly tear gassed their own courthouse. Yes, for today. Oh boy, well, we got a journalist hit with a fucking grenade. Looks like he was burnt to some degree. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party. You all right, man? Yeah.
We can't get a living wage because of some bullshit reason. But we can get a fucking unlimited ammunition spam from Gestapo wannabe Call of Duty players against civilians and guys with fucking skateboards and plywood.
God, I love the leaf blowers today.
And leaf blowers and umbrellas. I mean, it's guys with household shit going against military, paramilitary wannabe insurgent, imperial fucking colonizing motherfuckers with infinite. Here comes some fucking mustard looking gas. Sooner or later, they're gonna start dropping napalm and shit on the people. Oh, we're going against the Viet Cong.
Yeah, fuck gas. Fuck that shit.
Just no money for anything else except war.
Safe to say, it doesn't feel peaceful anymore.
What I'd counter.
Is there any questions from our viewers? I'm playing. I'm not taking questions.
The joke is remember, the media's on the side with the people getting gas. They're not behind enemy lines recording from the police state. But yeah, keep pushing the narrative that the people are the enemies. Fucking morons.
Damn, these guys are playing volleyball with tear gas.
Oh god, they have really dumped a lot of tear gas into the street, y'all. Phalanx is forming up again, and they keep grenading, dumping explosives into the phalanx to try to keep it from reforming. It appears to be a real major goal of theirs. But these folks are good at getting a shield wall back together, and it's already reassembled. People are starting to advance again to the wall.
Got him.
Fed standing in a small ocean of water from tossed water bottles, clouds of tear gas, knocked over traffic cones, jugs of exploded milk, and of course the residue from many, many fireworks. So as we've been through a barrage, so have these federal agents. And look at the... It's all right, man. Oh, boy, they just shot that guy directly. Got him right where he wanted to shot him. He did not like him dropping that stuff. Yeah, again, look at the amount of water bottle shrapnel that's in this courtyard right now. Yeah, that dude just took a fucking Fed shotgun blast like it was nothing. Oh, they're coming over again. So it looks like we're about to get hit by maybe another big rush of munitions. Either that, maybe they're pulling people off the line. That guy just caught a water bottle. I want to say one of the... Oh boy, they're still stringing him. They're still stringing him. Oh my God, the humanity.
Got him.
They still stringed him good, everybody. Oh, they still stringed him. Now he's all covered in string and walking away.
Yes.
Oh man, he did not like getting silly strung. Oh, they just got that guy. He's gonna grenade him. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Grenades. Just some grenades again. Not a big deal. Yeah, that Fed did not like the silly string, y'all. That made him ornery. Yeah. Woo! Fucking grenades. Just all up in my fucking business.
So this is kind of like Battlefield. You have different classes. You've got your shield class, you've got your leaf blower class, you've got your throw ammunitions back class, you've got your press class, which is kind of like the recon class. You've got your cone class. Like it is like live action. You've got your police state, Gestapo, endless fucking spammer COD players class. Like you've got everything.
I just did not expect them to keep throwing grenades after all of these nights of throwing hundreds and hundreds of grenades.
They have an endless budget for war. They don't have an endless budget for the people. Welcome to America. That's what we've been protesting since fucking forever, since World War I, that the war is stupid.
I'm just saying there were a lot of options they could have thrown, and the fact that they chose again grenades tonight is a bold move for the Fed.
They burning through a large more amount of money than the people are to oppose them. But remember, tax money spent on suppressing your populace, good, well-spent money. Tax money spent on improving your populace's life to prevent crime and other deteriorating factors from a healthy country, bad.
Oh boy. You alright?
Especially since we're in day 58, like these motherfuckers pretending like, oh, this is whatever, in the first 30 days or so, sure. we're in day 60. This is over 2 months now. You know, calling it a fluke or whatever is stupid. This is a sustained movement with passion and progression, etc. Like, fuck. I don't know what country this guy's
Yeah.
in.
Hi! Oh, lovely! How's your night going? You get shot by a federal agent yet? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You know, once a week's enough. Yeah, they're telling everyone it's an unlawful assembly over the ORAD. The people just keep throwing their own grenades back at them and then leaf blowing the gas. And then pelting them with dozens of water bottles and fireworks. So as of yet, oh, they're blowing back. We got another leaf blower fight. We got a real leaf blower fight here. People with press markings should in no way participate. Look, I may say some stuff and state my opinions on the stream. I never yell at officers. I never interfere with their duties. I don't shake the fence. I don't throw things. Which is not to say I'm in any way judgmental of those actions taken by people. But I am press. I do not do that sort of stuff. I do not participate. I report on what is happening. And I attempt to lend context to it, as is my job. And if you dress as press and participate and fuck with cops and attack them and attack the fence.
You know, I don't. I think that since the press is included with the First Amendment, I think it's one giant thing. Just like the Second Amendment is for your self-defense, but it's also to defend the country from tyrannical governments. I believe the First Amendment is the same thing. You have the right to come and record shit, but you also have the right to speak on behalf of you, a person, but also the people. Since the people aren't all there in Portland right now, Jesus Christ.
And start fucking with shit. That is not press. Press does not participate. Now,
I disagree. I disagree slightly. You know.
If you are at all able to, I think that's important. I think as a human being, if you're capable of lending medical aid to someone who needs it, you always have to do that. That's different from fucking up a fence. That's different from throwing stuff at cops. Don't do that shit.
I agree with those 2 points. I don't agree with not saying anything. I like the way Eric Johnson does it. I think you should be able to shit on them. Like if a press made an anti-police state article or blog.
I will not put out a tear gas grenade. That is a step too far. I do not put out grenades.
You should. They're infringing upon your health. That's a complicated gray area, but I don't know actually. Maybe not that part.
Injury, a gunshot wound, or whatever. If I encounter a person in any situation, anywhere in the world, that needs help with something I'm capable of doing medically, then I'm gonna render that. I think if you don't do that, you're kind of a shitty person, to be honest. Now, there's an argument to be made. There's situations where you can argue medical care would stop you from reporting or filming, and you can argue, there's an argument to be made. Let's say there's a Kent State-style massacre, and rather than trying to help people who've been shot, pull people out, you film what's happened, the people being repeatedly shot, because the idea would be it's more valuable to get the story out. My odds of actually saving a life are lower than my odds of at least documenting this enough to ensure that justice is done someday. That's an arguable point. I'm not going to say you're wrong for making that choice in that situation. The cross guy pissed off there. But there's some journalists who say you shouldn't wash someone's eyes out, or like what Garrison did last night. A guy got so badly tear gassed he couldn't breathe or move, and Garrison dragged him out of a gas cloud. That's the right thing to do. Yeah, Sergio just walked up to me and said that he's seen something. I think this fellow here, dressed as press, has been kind of fucking with them to an extent that I think is... Oh, we got a lacrosse guy here. Field wall being formed here, up at the entrance. This door does open, so they try to block this off because it stops the feds from getting out.
Hold the fucking line! Shield to the front!
Field's being told to the front to hold the line. People rushing up to the gas cloud as it blows out. And I will say the feds are in an interesting situation now where they can't really go inside, which is their preference, is to go inside and come out every now and then to fuck with people. If they go inside for any length of time, this crowd will absolutely destroy this fence. So they have to stay out, which means they get pelted constantly with water bottles and fireworks, which they do not like. So this is most similar, what I would say, to like last Wednesday night, a couple of nights ago. Wednesday night, it was more or less just people at the walls of the courthouse all night. And the feds didn't really leave. People would enter the courthouse every now and then because they opened up the door, but the feds would not really exit. Last night, the feds did in fact exit. They came out of the IRS building over there, and there was a big attempt to disperse the crowd, and a big fight between the federal battle line and the phalanx in the streets, and it was very ugly. And they deployed so much tear gas that I got footage of a tear gas tornado. Like, it was an unbelievable amount of gas. Maybe the most I've seen in this thing. Yeah, they don't seem to have the option they used to have of just kind of waiting inside and occasionally firing out. There's enough people in these crowds that if they leave this fence unguarded for any meaningful period of time, people will knock it the fuck over. People have put fabric up on the walls of these before. Oh boy, bubbles! People have bubbles machines going.
Failure to comply with the court order may subject you to personal civil liability.
I don't know, still hundreds of folks out. I couldn't tell you the exact number. Thousands at the beginning of the night, but it's been a while. Guy in front of me yells, "That's all you got?" Hey, this is me. Hey, where's Elaine? Okay. People have gotten pretty good at this shit. Oh, here.
Hey, do you think it's appropriate as a protester to wear a press shirt? I think that we are all able to document the police, and that makes me trust in my mind. Yes. Because we are all subjected to the police violence equally.
Okay, cool. Hey, my name is Sergio Omo.
Thank you.
Oh, we got more grenades. They seem pretty frustrated at those grenades. Oh, they got that guy right in the fucking body, too. That was interesting. A lot of just random grenade fire tonight. It has been a grenade-y evening in Port. Oh, they're doing a thing. Oh, they are doing a thing here. Oh, they're gonna fuck some people up. Oh, see. Yeah. Yeah, they got a pretty dense firing line up here. So it is my guess that this is going to be our next big spot.
So they can't grab it and throw it back.
But it keeps blowing in the air.
No, yeah.
I see what you're saying now.
Cloud pushing us back here. That is quite a gas cloud. God damn. Damn, that's a lot of tear gas. And I know from a lot of tear gas, that is a shitload of fucking tear. Yeah. That is a dense fucking cloud. And that was only a couple of grenades. It could have been big ones. Yeah, and like whatever they dropped is fucked up tear gas. Shit. Yeah.
I'm doing just fine, Ian.
Fuck. That shit's gnarly. Fed just got fucking shot again. God damn, that stuff is rough. Woo! I don't like that Fed gas. How you doing, John? Good evening, huh? Oh, it's good. They got me a little bit here, but I'm all right. I'm working on getting a better mat. It's the fucking glasses. I can't get something that fucking works with them. I'm working on it though. I may just bite the bullet and take a couple of days off to get laser eye surgery. Yeah.
Dude, I stepped on one of those fucking flashbangs. I literally, Ian was right behind me, and I stepped down and boom, it blew me right up my ass. I'm golden, yeah. Luckily it was under my boot. Look there. The Tim! The Tim saved my ass.
Hush now. Because they pushed so many folks back from the fence. Like if they were going to try to exit, but I guess maybe there were just enough gas mask folks who stayed up at the front, because really, there's still a couple hundred people right at that entrance who are kind of boxing them in and who weren't scattered by all that tear gas.
Motherfucker.
Ooh, damn. That was some fucking spicy Fed gas. Here's Elaine. How you doing, Elaine? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre.
somebody
How you
just
feeling right
asked
now,
me if
bro?
I was gay. Never had that happen.
Ah,
I was assaulted by these guys 3 days ago. I was sitting right across the sidewalk there. I had both hands above my head, my phone in one side. My
drop.
feelings was contagious.
That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
sign
It's
in
very
other.
simple.
I was sitting down.
I don't think
I was the
anything
last
anyone's
one
done
there.
during
A
that
whole line of guys
period on the
stormed me.
protester side
They started assaulting
has
me.
deserved any kind of prison time. My opinion is based heavily on the continuum of force, right? So the continuum of force, as somebody who carries a gun pretty regularly, is something I think about a lot. And it is what kind of force is justified to be deployed as a result of the force that's being used against you. So somebody shoves me, right? And I pull a gun on them. I have escalated the continuum of force. And then even though they shoved me first, even if like they hit me in the gut, right? And I pull a gun on them, they may have started it, but I am going to be the one who is found in the wrong because I escalated the continuum of force to an unjust degree, right? Somebody socks you in the gut and you pull a gun on them, that's fucking unreasonable. Likewise, if you have somebody throw water bottles or even mid-grade fireworks, and you and I've had these fireworks hit me a number of times, they do not do damage. They burn your pants a little bit sometimes. I haven't seen anyone get seriously hurt by them. And again, I've been hit by a number of them because people's aim is often bad. Those things happen, and you respond with hundreds of grenades and flashbangs and rubber bullets, some of which break bones and shatter skulls and deafen people. I've had permanent hearing damage done to me by federal flashbangs. So, let alone talking about tear gas and the health consequences of that in the long term and the sheer amounts they drop and how indiscriminate it is. I've seen as many people who are not part of demonstrations get tear gassed in Portland as I've seen people get tear gassed who are part of them. So again, the escalation of the continuum of force is why I don't give a shit if some protester commits assault on an officer by shining a laser pointer in their eye or throwing a bottle. Those officers were exercising much greater force against them, and I think punishing just the protester for it because the officer was doing a job that, in my opinion, unjust and illegitimate state has declared necessary. I don't think those people should go to jail. I don't think they should go to prison. That's my personal opinion. Most of the worst protester behavior I have seen, you could file under the label of like kind of a dick move, right? Most of the worst police behavior I've seen, you could file under the label of randomly assaulting hundreds, sometimes thousands of people with poison gas.
Hey, are you running?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're my fucking hero, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out.
With you every single day. You're one of the reasons I'm out here. Thank you so much.
Well,
man.
good. Please keep coming out. It's important.
I will. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you.
And my girlfriend, I got a kick out of it. I think she's watching.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Here's the situation. I'm tired. This has been happening for a while and will continue to happen for a while. And there's heavy coverage of it. We're going to hang around here for a bit. If the feds break out of their little cage, if we have us a big old street fight, I will come back to deliver that street fight to you. Otherwise, I'm going to take a break from live streaming because I'm very tired.
This is a lot more different than the border patrol, motherfucker.
Day 58. coming out.
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes.
This is a marathon. The marathon continues, brother.
All right. Keep your head down.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. So what you're hearing, like I said, these guys have been out here like 58 days solid, running strong. And the message for many has changed, and for many they're figuring it out as they go. But it's safe to say that right now, everyone here has, I guess, kind of personalized this in whatever way they can, you know?
On evaluating black privilege.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Privilege is the hung elephant's
Don't shoot me in my back like you normally do.
is the memory of a slave ship praying for the outcome. Black privilege.
like the gum. Except for like really, really strong, obviously. Big red, that's what it is. Like the chewing gum, big red. That mixed with sulfur.
This truly is the greatest monkey see, monkey do. We're ruled by morons. We have infinite money for these motherfuckers. You endlessly gas. We bring leaf blowers. You bring leaf blowers. We bring lasers, Hong Kong style. Y'all bring them strobe lights. Yeah. You guys come out and stand around here. We'll come out and stand around. I mean, if it doesn't show you how we're all humans, and these are obviously being misguided humans, and all that other power structure and bullshit, all that shit. Just the sheer optics of this completely fucking made up issue. Oh man, this shit is a joke. And just this is who we look. They're just standing at lines shooting at people with fucking house-made shields, flashing lights at them. Like they're just trolls. They're just grown-up trolls with weapons. That's all they are. They're just again, these are the guys that were either the jocks in school, or these are the fucking, I mean, yeah, really, or these are the fucking wannabe nerds. Like, Yeah, this shit is just fucking insane. I wish I could just stand around my job getting paid a shit ton of money to physically and violently assault people and just stand around. Look at, they're getting paid a shit a lot more than pretty much everybody watching this is hearing this voice. They're getting paid more than you to stand around and do this or to violently attack people, and that's about the extent of their job. And we can't pay minimum wage to people that stand on their feet and actively do something at their job for the 8-hour shifts that they're there or whatever. Why? Oh, yeah, that's why. Because these guys protect the ruling class. Hey, you get money to do shit. And these people, hey, you want to work a job, you get paid shit because you don't protect the ruling class. Hey, it's a 2-class society, or 2.5-class society. Half class is the noble class that lick boots. Or are the boots said being licked? Oh, that was a friendly fire. That was a good throw. You know. Endless grenade spammers. Feel like I'm watching Battlefield 4 gameplay right now. Man, this really is Operation Locker. Like you know how war went from like people with swords fighting each other to being guys with muskets in open fields fighting each other for some weird ass reason. To the point where now it's just drone strikes fighting people in huts and fucking barely half-ass made buildings and shit, or guys hiding in bunkers and shit. The same thing with the protesting police situation where for them to they're just endlessly just spamming them like it's Battlefield 4, just endlessly. Like why? How? Since when is this a thing? Since when is this a tactic? Since when is this a trained thing? Since when is this a logical response to a situation? Since when is this any of this shit? Oh yeah, it's not. Like look at this. They're just endlessly throwing shit. They're endlessly shooting it back, throwing it back. They're endlessly blowing it away. They're endlessly just shooting them. Like you want to see that? You want to know what? There comes the police force. Like you want to know where again the right wingers want to pretend like they're death camps, or death panels with Obamacare. Meanwhile, here's the legit guys that would be the firing squad if asked to do it and wouldn't even think twice about doing it. They exist, but we just pretend they don't. It's like the infrastructure's there. It's being displayed. They'll just endlessly shoot at people, whether it doesn't matter what it is, what type of ammunition or whatever, for goddamn any reason. Such a system already exists. So, you know, can't deny facts. Anyways, that's an hour. I gotta go. Peace out.